Hi there, I'm Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Steph.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So let's start this off by getting to know each other a little bit. I'm a clinical psychologist here at the Counseling Center, and I got my degree here from UND as well. So why don't you start off by telling me a little bit about yourself?
I'm a senior at UND and I'm going for psychology. So I'll be graduating in it's like a week and a half now. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm from Grafton originally. I have 4 siblings, all younger. 3 sisters and a brother. That's pretty much it.
It's really exciting that you're going to be graduating in a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
That's good. So why don't we talk about just what we're going to try and get done in this session and future sessions, and just set some basic goals and get to know each other a little bit better, okay?
Okay.
All right, so when we meet for sessions, we're going to meet here in this office, and sessions will usually be about an hour long, and we'll start off the first 10 minutes just talking about what we covered last time we met, and if we had any goals set or any assignments, then we can go over those at that time and just reflect on how those went. And then the last 10 minutes we'll go over what we want to work on for the next week and kind of reflect what you feel, how the session went. So like I said, we'll be meeting here in my office, and we'll set up meetings at the end of each session as well. So unless, I know I saw on your intake form that you didn't want to be contacted for privacy outside of this room, so we'll set up our meetings at the end of each session. And then I see you noted that I could leave a message on your phone if we needed to cancel a meeting for anything. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. So like I said, meetings will typically last an hour. We're going to go a little bit longer today because I have to go over some protocol. Do you want to start going over that now?
Sure.
Okay. So since you're a psychology major, you probably are familiar with some of the confidentiality agreements and ethical issues that psychologists have to adhere to.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to go over those pretty quickly.
Okay.
So everything that is said in this room is going to be confidential unless you or somebody else is in harm's way. So if you tell me that you're worried about somebody or you're worried about yourself and your own health, then if I feel that you're going to be in harm's way, then I'll have to report it. But other than that, that's the only situation where anything would be said outside of this room.
Okay.
So do you feel comfortable with that, or do you want to talk about that a little bit more?
I guess my biggest thing is I'm just worried about other students, knowing that I come here. Considering I'm a psychology major, most people probably think that I have everything together and everything figured out for myself. So going in for help is kind of contradictory, I guess. And so I'm just worried that other people are gonna know, and I just really don't want that right now. So
Yeah. Well, like I said, everything is going to be confidential here, and so no other students are going to know, since we're the only ones who are going to be in these rooms. And just along with that, if I ever see you in public or you see me, I will not approach you. If you want to approach me and say hello, that's fine, but out of respect for your privacy, we won't interact outside unless you initiate it.
okay.
So if you see me out and you're with other students, you don't have to worry that I'm going to approach you and ask you how the last session went, because that would be inappropriate. Okay. So everything that's said here is going to be confidential.
Okay.
Do you feel a little bit more comfortable with that now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I noticed you seem a little bit anxious right now, maybe kind of having a hard time, getting a little fidgety.
Yeah.
You want to, is that because of the confidentiality or just kind of?
I just get nervous, when I talk to people about my problems. I just don't want to be judged, or it's hard to open up to somebody I'm not familiar with, and I guess I'm just a little nervous. just because I don't really normally tell people about my problems. So
You seem like you're pretty resilient and you handle things a lot on your own. Why don't you tell me something that's going really well right now? I know you said you're stressed, but why don't you tell me something positive that's happening?
well, I'm graduating, so I'm excited about that. My grades are pretty good. I guess the most stressful thing for me right now is it's not that I'm worried about not graduating, because I know I'm going to, but my biggest thing is getting my GPA up as high as I possibly can before I'm done. I feel like I'm going through like this sort of crisis of like, oh, I could have done so much better previously and I wouldn't be in this situation right now. So I'm kind of like thinking that I'm like, I've done so much better before, so I just feel really rushed and I feel under a lot of pressure because of it. So.
But you are going to be graduating soon, and that's a pretty big accomplishment. That's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
So that's something good to focus on.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we've gone over some of the basic introductory stuff, you feel pretty comfortable with that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to talk a little bit about why you decided to come in today?
Sure. I guess my main reason for coming in is because I'm really stressed out with these last couple weeks, just getting everything perfected for graduation, and I'm just having a really hard time sleeping, and from not sleeping, it's hard for me to concentrate and study for exams, and I'm really trying to keep my GPA up as high as I possibly can because it's, my last shot to bring it up, and it's just really stressful for me, and I'm just having a really hard time with that. So
yeah, I can see how that would be really challenging to get ready for graduation, especially since it's coming up so soon.
Yeah.
So from what you said, it seems like you've come in feeling pretty stressed out. Did you want to talk about that a little bit more?
I guess I'm coming up on graduation here, and I just am worried about my GPA. I have no problems with grades. I have no problems, getting everything turned in, and I have a decent GPA right now, I guess. I'm just kind of going through all the stresses of exams coming up, and it's hard for me to sleep. I'm a really bad test taker, and I just not sleeping and then trying to get up and study for tests and everything is draining, and it's really hard for me to concentrate, and it's just kind of the stresses of all these last minute things that have to get done before I can graduate. So.
Can you think of a time in the past when you felt this way at all?
Probably last time I had finals. It seems to happen all the time, but it's for some reason this time seems a little bit worse because it's my last chance, I guess, to do the best I can.
So aside from the stress of finals that you mentioned, is there anything else that's adding to that at all?
No.
You seem a little bit hesitant in answering that. Do you not feel comfortable discussing it yet?
I don't know. I guess I'm just worried about what you'll think if I tell you certain things, because I don't want you to not want to work with me anymore because of something I might have done or something like that.
Well, like I mentioned before, everything that's said here is confidential, and I like to think of this as a time when you can say anything on your mind and know that you're not going to be judged for it, and I'm here to listen and to work on things that you want to work on and try and make just overall better, lifestyle for you that works. And since stress seems to be what's causing the most difficulty for you right now, we can focus on that and I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, by bringing up anything. So I want you to just talk about whatever you feel is comfortable, but know that I won't be judging you. And like I said, everything that we talk about in this room will remain in this room. I know that it can be difficult for some people when they first start coming to talk with somebody to really discuss everything that's going on in their lives. And I want you to know that whatever we talk about here, I want you to feel comfortable saying. But like I mentioned, know that everything we say here is going to be kept between us, aside from the confidentiality agreement. But if there's other things contributing to your stress, if you want to discuss those as well, know that this is a safe place to do that. And if you do feel comfortable, maybe we can come up with coping mechanisms that to help with stress for finals that you can use in other aspects of your life. And I'm sorry. Okay, let's just keep going. Hi,